Besides being a successful attorney, She-Hulk has done it all in the Marvel Universe. She's been an Avenger and a part of the Fantastic Four, and now she'll be starring in her own Disney Plus show. As strong as she is, we can't help but wonder, which hero could she beat? So before the show airs, let's take a look at the 10 Marvel heroes She-Hulk could beat ranked. Number 10. Thanos. We've all seen Hulk fight with Thanos. Although we have no doubt about how strong Hulk is and how easily he could defeat such a villain, we can't help but wonder, can She-Hulk do the same? If you look back in the comics, she has definitely defeated a version of Thanos, a Titanian Eternal, when he became one of the most feared villains in Marvel. While many heroes have tried to take him down, and even the entire power of the Avengers wasn't enough to beat him, She-Hulk got the chance to get in front of him and defeat him. While it may only be Thanos' double, he still had all of the Titan's original powers, so if the time comes when She-Hulk has to fight Thanos, we could easily say that she would win. Number 9. Captain Marvel. As powerful as Captain Marvel is, we don't think she would have a chance against the beast herself, She-Hulk. While Captain Marvel has used all her powers to bring down other heroes by taking their source of power, same way she managed to bring down Thor by taking away his hammer and Black Panther with his suit, but when it comes to She-Hulk, there is only her strength and rage that Captain Marvel can't take away. A preview of the Captain Marvel number 15 shows that she's struggling against her overwhelming power, and it even shows that She-Hulk doesn't seem to be affected by Captain Marvel's blasts. So, if you think about it, Captain Marvel would be quite an easy target for She-Hulk, as she wouldn't be able to use any of her powers against her. Number 8. Daredevil. As we all know by now, Daredevil and She-Hulk are two of the most prominent superheroes who are also lawyers, so fans were quite interested whether the two have ever been up against each other in court or even in a fight. In the past, Daredevil has been the go-to lawyer for Marvel writers when they want someone to represent the heroes in court. But as of recent years, She-Hulk's career has taken on more prominence. Oddly enough, they have never gone up against each other. As much as we respect Daredevil and his career, we do believe that when the time comes for them to go together in court, it would be a tight fight. But speaking of actual fight, She-Hulk would definitely bring her A-game and completely overpower him in every way possible, given all her strength and rage. Number 7. Zeus.
Noting that Zeus can fight teams of powerhouse heroes like Namor and Thor, and even pretty much manhandle Thor Masterson type.
Throughout the years, She-Hulk has proven that she's not afraid to take on the most formidable of foes, and she has continued to show us her powers with all of her fight against enemies. When the Master of Evil decided to take down Earth's mightiest heroes and took down Hercules, his father Zeus decided to seek revenge and wouldn't stop for anything. After Zeus went after the Avengers, in the fight, She-Hulk managed to overpower him and take everything the god throws at her and comes back for more. Although she had the Avengers on her side, we still think it's quite impressive to take on a god like that. Decades later, when Hulk tried to fight Zeus, he lost in a few seconds. So that just shows us how extremely powerful She-Hulk is, and she would have no problem taking out Zeus on her own. Number 6. Deadpool.
Kill each other.
This might be a tricky fight since both Deadpool and She-Hulk have broken the fourth wall, but it's interesting enough to think about who would win if both of them were put up against each other. We know that Deadpool is quite hard to kill and defeat due to the fact that he is basically immortal. We all remember how he was shot at multiple times and left without a scratch, right? Well, as powerful as this sounds, She-Hulk is way above him when it comes to strength and power. She could easily break him in half, but he would still continue to fight and make funny comments. There are multiple interactions between She-Hulk and Deadpool in the comics, but we've never seen them really get into a fight. So our guess would be that She-Hulk would overpower him in a fight. Number 5. Vision.
I'm sorry, that was odd.
To be one of the strongest superheroes in the Marvel Universe, you would occasionally have to be able to take on at least one of your fellow superheroes. And even though the Hulk scares everyone around him, She-Hulk is capable of doing pretty much the same. Even though she doesn't tend to be this rage-infused monster her cousin is, at times there's no way to escape it when it overpowers you. In the Avengers Dissembled arc, Scarlet Witch used her powers to make She-Hulk temporarily lose herself to her rage and anger, and by doing so, she ended up ripping Vision in half. Despite his powers, we would like to see how much strength she has without being put under a spell, and can she take Vision as her actual self. Number 4. Hercules.
The Prince of Power is here!
Hercules is definitely not the guy you want to end up in a fight with. In one-arm wrestling contest, due to his strength, he managed to pull the Earth out of orbit. So anyone in their right mind would know not to mess with him, right? Well, unless you're Jennifer Walters. Her strength is almost as powerful as Hercules, if not more powerful. In an arm wrestling contest against him, she managed to throw her arm out so that he wouldn't feel bad. That only leaves us questioning, why would she let him win? And if with her letting him win, does that make her stronger than Hercules? Well, we like to think so. And can you even imagine what she could do if she would fill with anger and rage? Number 3. Spider-Man.
Oh, Spider-Man?
Who is Liz?
Who's Liz? She's the best.
The two Marvel superheroes are actual friends and have worked together on multiple occasions, but just as friends can occasionally argue, they can also fight each other. So the question is, who would win if Spider-Man and She-Hulk would end up fighting? When it comes to strength, without a doubt that She-Hulk would overpower him. We mean she's stronger than Hercules after all. Although Spider-Man is quite intelligent and fast, when it comes to actual fighting, we don't believe he would stand a chance against her. It might be hard for her to get her hands on him, but once she would, it would only take one good hit to win the fight. Thanks to her training with Gamora, she would have a great strategy on how to take over a faster opponent. Number 2. Iron Man. Iron Man is definitely a very famous and extremely powerful superhero, so powerful that he even managed to defeat Spider-Man. Even though he's a strong hero, She-Hulk is by far stronger than he will ever be. We've been wondering, while both She-Hulk and Iron Man can defeat Spider-Man, who would win if they were up against each other? While both of them are extremely powerful and have a lot to bring in a fight, we would have to side with She-Hulk as a winner of this fight. Although in the past Iron Man has managed to overpower She-Hulk once, we do think that the wrong person won that fight. We would love to see a rematch between the two and have She-Hulk pull out all of her possibilities on the table, and with that, she would easily win. Number 1. Hulk. The question we have all been asking ourselves for ages: who would win in a fight between Hulk and She-Hulk? Although in the past there have been multiple fights between them, it was always hard to tell which one won. The Hulk beat some of the most powerful superheroes out there, so you would think that he would be the obvious winner, but keep in mind that She-Hulk has defeated just as much in the past. When a clone of the Hulk was created to attack the world, it was up to She-Hulk to put a stop to it all, and she managed to defeat him in a few seconds, given that he had all the powers the Hulk had. So do you think this would be one of the reasons why She-Hulk would defeat the Hulk? We would love to know what you guys think. On a related note, we wanted to know, which Marvel hero do you think that She-Hulk could easily beat? Let us know in the comment section below. If you'd like to see more amazing videos such as this one, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys!